Hello everybody, this is the Anime Bro here, and welcome to another episode of my One Piece arc review. Now today, we'll be talking about Arlong Park, an arc where the Straw Hats fight fishmen for their navigator. Now before this video starts, please like, share, and subscribe for more videos just like this. And come back next time as we continue all the way to Logtown. And now, let's begin the video. So a good point that I really liked about this arc is that we got some good world building. Now it's not on the same level as Baratier where we learned about the world's geography, but it is on a similar level. Now the first thing I want to talk about that's not really world building but just really character development is Nami's backstory. Nami's backstory is a really sad backstory. She grew up on the island and was raised by a marine woman alongside with her sister. Now, a long time ago, Arlong came to the island and basically asked for ransom for every single person on this island. Now, not everyone was able to pay up, which eventually made her mother die, because Arlong killed her because she didn't have enough protection money. Because of this, she really hates pirates. She thinks of pirates as nothing but dirty creatures that just steal people's money and just kill everybody. And it's also why she's very obsessed with money as well, because she grew up in a poor house and she believes that money basically makes the world go around. And it's a really cool thing that they added because it also shows why she didn't want to join up with Luffy. Even though Luffy was a good person, because he was a pirate, she saw him as nothing but a disgusting person that just did whatever they wanted and ruined people's lives. Now that was one thing I did like about it. Another thing that I really liked about it is that we got the introduction to fishmen. Now fishmen actually play a bigger role later on in this arc, but this is the first time we see another race besides humans in this arc. Now Arlong himself really hates humans. In the future it eventually explains why he does, but here we don't know much of it. All we see is basically him just hating people and saying that they're far underneath fishmen. And we kind of do see that in this arc. They're very strong, they can do things that most humans really can't do, like regenerate teeth and all that. And it was really cool seeing all the different types of fishmen that we see here. So a bad point that I really didn't like about this arc is that not all the Straw Hats got a bounty. Now honestly, I just wanted to have a bad point to point out at the arc, so I decided to have this nitpick. But it is something I always wondered. Why didn't all the Straw Hats get a bounty in this arc? Was it because Luffy was the captain? Was it because none of the others were really that important to the Navy? I just don't know. I really wished everyone had a bounty because then we could have saw their growth from here on all the way until, the end of the manga. But we didn't really get that. We only got Luffy's. And I think Zoro's? I don't really remember. I know he gets his later, but at the time, it's only Luffy that has his bounty, which really kind of does suck. So a good point that I really liked about these characters is that the Straw Hats had their own moments in this arc. Now what I mostly mean is their fights. Each of the fights is very unique, and also each of them have their own fights, which we didn't really see before this arc. So the first fight I want to actually talk about is Usopp's. Now Usopp was a character that basically ran away this whole saga. No matter what the danger was, he would run away and be a coward. But in this arc, he actually fought his own fight. And not only fighting in it, but actually winning, giving his all. Even though he was very scared, he still gave it his all because he knew that if he ran away from this fight, then he would not be able to go back to his crewmates and look them in the eye. Now the second fight that I really want to talk about is Luffy's fight. Now of course Luffy's fight was the big finale. He destroyed the big bad villain and basically the arc was concluded. But what I really liked about this fight was that he not only destroyed the villain, but also the building that Nami didn't like. because it showed all the suffering she went through creating maps for the person who basically killed her mother. And I really did like this because it showed that Luffy really cared about his crewmates and did the best he could to win. And I really do like that about them. So a bad point that I really didn't like about these characters is that I didn't like Arlong. Not as a villain, but mostly a character. As a villain, he's really perfect for this arc. He's a bad guy who has a threatening army, and he actually does something to one of the crewmates. While as a character, he really is a terrible person. Even after learning about his backstory and all that later on, I still don't really like him. He's not one of the worst fishmen I know, but he's just someone I really don't like. Now, some things that he does that I don't like about it: he's a jerk to humans. Now, knowing his backstory, it's understandable, but I don't like it that he is doing this because he's just basically bossing everybody around. He's not really, a likable guy. And then secondly, the one thing I really didn't like was that he went back on his word with Nami. She saved up so much to buy her island only for him to tell the Navy officer where the treasure was. And that was not a cool move. And yeah, again, another nitpick, but honestly, I just couldn't really think of something to fill this slot, so that's all I have to say. So I would rank this arc an A. This arc is really by far the best in the East Blue Saga. You got a great villain that you want to defeat, and also every Straw Hat has their moments. Now, it's not really an S tier because it's still in the beginning part of One Piece. It's not like Alabasta or Enies Lobby or even the Marineford arc or even Impel Down. It doesn't really have this big build up to an amazing event. It just seems like another arc. If it actually led into the end of the saga where they actually go into the Grand Line, then I would actually make this an S. But to me, it's only an A. It's the best arc by far in the East Blue Saga, but in terms of other arcs, this is an okay arc. Alright, and that is the end of this video. If you really enjoyed it, please like, share, and subscribe for more videos just like this, and come back next time as we talk about Log Town. And as always, I am the Anime Bro, and see you guys later. Peace!